Hello and welcome back. Eh, eh, eh. Back to the dead reflection. The reflection of the dead. Yeah, before I started, I gave Pandora some treats, and her crunching was actually being picked up by the mic. Which I was very much surprised by. But anyway, back to the canal. So how is everybody? I just got done watching one of the people that I watch that do Final Fantasy stuff. And I'm going, since I'm going to be done with this most likely today or tomorrow, depending how long I record for, I'm probably going to be watching live streams for the mount, because I've never actually done that, done anything like that for any game where you just sit there and watch a live stream of it and you get rewards. I've never done anything like that. So it's going to be an interesting experience for me. See how that goes. Despite how many people that I watch that do live streams a lot. I personally don't do live streams. I have the option to, but I just don't do them. It's just not something that I do. I could barely record by myself. I could not handle with other people currently. Maybe in a few years I'll be able to, but no, not really. Okay. Welcome to the Durago Medical Collection. Forgive me for being so forthright, but I don't suppose I could ask you a small favor. The facility's medical history texts were formerly available on loan, but several borrowers have disappeared and are no longer able to return their books. I was hoping you'd be able to help collect the outstanding monographs. Eventually, I too will be erased, and I can't imagine the collection will receive any more visitors. Nevertheless, a vast wealth of knowledge is contained within these walls, and I have every faith that it will prove useful to someone someday. Hence, my determination to ensure that no document is left behind. I shall search the northern side of town. I ask that you search the southern terrace. If you find any books that relate to medical history, I'd be grateful if you could bring them back to me. Yeah, I got up, I ate, cleaned the litter boxes, took my shower, watched a video while I ate, and I continued after I got out of the shower, and now I'm recording. I did have a video series idea though that it does involve not Final Fantasy, Fallout 4 again. It will involve lots of mods. And me basically just, I guess, the equivalent of letting my hair down. Or whatever. It's going to be an interesting if I actually do it. The technique of stimulating the body with electrical energy to alleviate pain and other conditions have recently garnered a great deal of attention in medical circles. In more practical terms, the abundance of electrical energy means the technology it has attracted from an economic standpoint. However, concerns about the dangers of corporeal ether imbalance remains, not least among aetherologists, researchers. Many of whom disapprove of the technique. A thorough study into the potential side effects of electrical treatment is clearly warranted. Or was it certainly? I don't remember what I just read. The appearance of Electrobe has triggered a profound transformation in Alexandrian medicine. Indeed, it would be no exaggeration to suggest that we are on the cusp of a new epoch. Though it would be premature to discuss the continued importance of time-honored arts such as herbology and healing magics, we must be aware that any advances made via the application of Electrobe are bound to foster new techniques. Yeah, I had a little bit of an accident with my not my headphones, but my speakers. My speakers are quite old. They're older than I've been on YouTube. So when I was watching my, so every time when I stop hearing audio from my videos, I have to do a whole bunch of checks, and then it always ends up being, all right, the when if their imbalance occurs within the body, a number of issues present themselves, and abundance of lightning energy can adversely affect sights and the other senses, eventually leading to paralysis. Due to environmental changes that occurs 400 years ago, Queen Sphene herself reportedly suffered from an imbalance towards lightning energy, ultimately succumbing to her affliction. Perhaps because of this, effects to establish a viable treatment has historically been approached with a degree of haste. Yeah, I need my mount. Carping, go! Grow! I also thought about maybe streaming on my birthday at one point, but I don't feel like it. There would be two things I would stream. Me going through the palace, and me playing the Steel Path in Warframe. One of those I've had greater success than the other. My Steel Path progress has been the same. 0. I've attempted it multiple times, and I cannot even beat a single level despite my best efforts. Exit timing. I've just returned from my search. Were you able to recover any documents? Yeah, here you go. Thank you. These were the last outstanding monographs. I can't begin to thank you enough. The Dawntrail Medical Collection has always been dedicated to archiving and exhibiting the medical history of the entire continent. as well as tomes and treaties. The facility is home to a whole host of artifacts, including old curios and medical automata. Alas, I'm now the only remaining archivist, and the doors of the collection have been closed to prevent the ingress of fiends. You strike me as a more recent arrival. I would love to hear what you know of modern medical techniques. I see perhaps you speak of the ill effects of etheric imbalance. It saddens me to hear that no major breakthroughs had been made by your time. The history of medicine is never ending. An ailment is discovered, a treatment is devised, new techniques lead to new diagnosis, and new diagnosis requires new treatment, much like the cycle of rain to river, sea to cloud. Technological progress flows over ever onwards. A technique advances, so too does medicine, and the incurable afflictions of the present are consigned to the past. My duties is to catalog the trials and tribulations that the knowledge may spur the next breakthrough. Nothing could fill me with more pride, which is why I plan to maintain the collection until the very moment I disappear. Please accept my heartfelt thanks for everything you've done for the Daguerreau Medical Collection. Pandora. I forgot to start my timer. You'll never guess what just happened. There I was, right in the middle of one of my tours, and my customers just up and vanished. There's nothing worse than not being able to see something through to the end. I need to do something with all this pent-up pep. I don't think I've ever given you the tour, so how about it? I promise I won't take up much of your time. Now, Canal Town wouldn't be Canal Town without its water. Where better to dip your toes into the local history than into of our storied fountains? Come, I'll be waiting for you by the font of devotion. Pandora has the crazies right now. Reminds me, today, when I was putting litter in the litter boxes, Mew, our youngest, had her butt outside the litter box, and she was licking the walls of the litter box. Luckily, we just cleaned them a few days ago. But still, it was odd. Hi there. There you are, for such an obliging participant. I'll have to pull out all the stops. According to the legend, there are two water sources imbued with mystical properties in Canal Town, the first being the fountain right here. They say that a mere mouthful is enough to fill you with vim and vigor. Given that the town prides itself as a resort of revitalization, there could hardly be a more fitting fountain. Whether you believe the old tales about its healing waters is another matter. Myths are myths, after all. I hope you aren't too disappointed. Nevertheless, though, its waters may be delicately mundane, and the font still lives up to its name. Over the years, crowds have flocked to the fountain, invariably leaving soothed and refreshed. For those who display such devotion, perhaps there is something to be gained from a cult or two. I hope that's what your appetite, because another fountain awaits. Come and find me on the eastern side of town. Another day, another new pain. Eh. Pandora, get your butt out of the way. She's going around in circles right now, going in front of me, and then she gets down and goes around me, and then gets back up to get in front of me. Excellent, allow me to continue. You stand before another storied fountain. These waters are said to bring happiness to whoever tosses in a coin. And if you are already blessed with happiness, I'm sure a different wish won't go unanswered. Plenty of folks used to do just that in days gone by. Are the legends to be believed? Well, there's only one way to find out. Take this coin and make a wish. An unadorned, time-worn coin. The bottom you might expect to see, the type you might expect to see languishing at the bottom of a fountain. Oh, sorry, your coin exploded. I don't know how it happened. I tried throwing your coin into the fountain and then it exploded. I know I ought to not to ask, but what did you wish for? It's a secret. Secret, don't worry, I won't try and force it out of you. You know, I've given this tour countless times, but not once have I made a wish myself. And not because I pour scorn on the legends or anything like that. I just never got around to it, but thanks to you, I got to finish my tour. To mark the occasion, I think I might just toss a coin in. Now, as for my wish, if I had another chance at life, I want to connect with as many people as I could through my job. How didn't your coin explode? I work here as a tour guide in my former life too, before it became a town for the endless living memory was open to living, breathing folk seeking relaxation and revelry. Boy, did I guide a lot of people back then. I never tired of sharing my knowledge and hearing visitors' wonderful stories. I suppose that's why I took up the same job as an endless, and I'm proud of that, proud of staying true to myself. But you didn't come to hear my harp about my life. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. Here's hoping our wishes come true. Farewell, my final customer. Okay, back to the main story we go. I'm more surprised that those boats even float, considering they're made out of stone. I'm just glad that the water didn't turn out to be also made out of stone. Oh, my money. Don't torment yourself so. I ask this of you, so the burden lies with me. And remember, we endless are but facsimiles created from memories. You need to feel guilty for erasing us. But that as it may, it's still hard to say goodbye. It is. Nevertheless, it's our duty as the living to know and remember them. So let's pull ourselves together and keep at it. Keep seeking them out. I appreciate that. Come, let us head to the next zone. Yesterland, it's called, and another zip line at the Gate of Remembrance will take you there. But I ought to mention, while shutting down a terminal should ease the endless bound to it, erase the endless bound to it, those with strong unresolved feelings may linger for a time. If you encounter such individuals, perhaps you could lend them an ear, for their hopes are proof that they once lived. Who are you gonna call? Ghost therapists! Now, why do you not feel like you're fulfilled? What makes you feel like your life was a waste? Hello. System reboot complete. All these guides are broken. Bid you welcome to Yesterland, where the dreams of children and inner children alike come true. Please enjoy your stay. Amazing, is this also a recreation of an actual place? After a fashion, Yesterland is named upon a period of peace before the storm surge had engulfed the world in conflict. It was a golden age for Alexandria, and they captured it in the form of an amusement park. Very well, now, another large-scale attraction. You mean you visited the Pixie's Garden of Dreams? Thank goodness you are still with us. It's all too easy to lose oneself in such a wondrous place. By the time you think to leave, dozens of years may have already passed. And perhaps the same could be said of this place. On the far side of Yesterland is a castle. That's where the terminal is located, in the basement. We gotta storm the castle then. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Take what time you need to get acquainted with the locals. Have fun now. Like before, we'll speak with the Endless. We'll learn what's dear to them before doing what we must. Right, let's start by exploring and get our bearings. Ether compass activate! Oh. If they weren't hostile, I was going to pet one. I guess you'll have to wait until the next expansion to do that. hunting. Here we go. Ether currents. Got 2 from the last place. 2 from here. So some places will have more ether currents than others. The music reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, and the area reminds me of... what was it called? Twilight Town? This place just kind of makes me reminds me of Twilight Town. The only thing they're missing is a trolley. Northeast. For a second there, I thought that was alive. I'm like, oh, there's yellow eyes coming out of that box. It's a trash mimic. Put your hand to throw away the trash and the mimic gets your hand. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm actually holding back the urge to mount up. I very much want to mount up, but I'm not, so people can enjoy at least a bit of the scenery and the music that goes with it. Okay, so it's up there. Northwest, so that'll probably be in the volcano area. Down to break my legs. Oh, it didn't take any damage. No! I was admiring. Oh, they were so smart. They've managed to make little thingies to put crystals in. And glasses to see. And they got little present boxes. And now I'm curious if they'll drop the presents if I kill them. Oh, I knew I forgot something. I don't know how I managed to go so far without having Carbuncle. That doesn't feel right. Also, I was wondering why I play Summoner. Just for those who are curious. It's literally just because of Carbuncle. The Carbuncle that you get as a companion. Carbuncle is literally the only reason why I play this class. Well, the reason why I picked it, I should say. The reason why I play is because it's kind of simple. Like, it's not the most complex class in the world. Compared to how I use the Charge Blade in Monster Hunter, which is what I made in Monster Hunter, so... Plus, I bludgeoned a man to death with a book. Which will always be my favorite memory. Where, literally in the beginning cutscene, I don't know why, but when I got where you have to fight somebody, shows you fighting an Ascian. Instead of my character casting a spell like he's supposed to, he did the melee attack with the book. And I died laughing. I don't think that was supposed to be able to do that or happen. But that was how my journey started in Final Fantasy XIV. Hello there, mister. We're just thinking about Sir Otis. Do you know him? He's a bit odd and doesn't get jokes, but he's really strong and can vanquish fiends in a flash. He's probably out there fighting right now. When I grow up, I want to be strong like him. Oh, you poor thing. He's dead. Old age. Drill artwork on the ground depicts a swirl of stars. Perhaps such a light was only visible in the Exandian night sky. Appearing to be a domicile, this building resembles those at which light submerged in heritage found. The windows are composed of a colorful array of stained glass. The Sir Otis the children spoke of calls to mind another Otis. It might be worth seeking the man out to confirm his identity. A man is engaged in battle with fiends. He may need a helping hand. I wonder why they gave him a Mamalja body. Because right now that's my question.
I know not who you are, but my thanks for your timely aid.
Your bait's so strong!
That was amazing, Otis! And you too, mister!
Ha ha ha! Fiends such as these are naught to be feared.
Well then, dealt with it already, have you?
Be at ease, one and all. So long as I, Sir Otis, live and breathe, no citizen shall come to harm.
Otis! Of all the people, could you really be that Otis?
I'm certain I do not know what you mean by that, Otis. I am who I am, and I should very much like to know who you are.
You're Sir Otis Villona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria, yes? We met you while searching for Gululja. You cooked a most delicious repast for us. Fought beside us in Solution 9.
Gululja. Solution 9. I've never heard of such things. These events of which you speak are utterly unknown to me, as are you. I'm quite confident I would recall if we had met before. Could this be? Villainy! You seek to bewilder me for purposes most foul!
No villainy intended, I swear. Tell me I'm not mad. This is definitely the Otis we know, right?
I say! What are you whispering about there? Wait! I've no time for this. I must attend to my preparations for the founding celebration. The children begged and begged that I perform in the marquee play, and I cannot possibly disappoint them. I take my leave of you. Good day!
Founding celebration?
Gods, what a surprise to meet Otis. He might not be the exact same as the one we met in Heritage Found, but still. Thinking back to the he mentioned that he was a test subject for soul preservation. That might explain why he's here in this way. In any case, I'd love to talk to him some more. There are some things I need to tell him. Right, let's go after Otis. He's bound to know about the past and about the Alexandria Vault, as well as Sphene when she was a living person. The problem is, he doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk. Perhaps we can offer to help him with his founding celebration. That might warm him to us. He set off this way, come on. Are you harmed or are you unharmed? The latter, me think. To which Her Highness replies with her winsome smile. I am, thanks to you, my dear Otis. You again. Just fine. I shouldn't have trouble with the lines. Come to performance. After all, the script is my very own work. There is, however, a scene with which I struggle. Hey, this looks like fun. Can I join in? You as well. I thought I said that I was busy. You did, but we thought that we could help. You're getting ready for the founding celebration, right? Yes? I am, but if truth to be told, we are in dire need of assistance. For this edition of the celebration, there is to be a part about the history of our realm for the children's enjoyment. But with a few of us being given form, we haven't enough hands to carry out this production. Thus have I been tasked with not only writing the script, but performing as myself besides. Calm down, it's alright. We really are happy to help any way we can. Just tell us what to do. For the same reason the production is short-handed, it has become difficult to gather a crowd. I'll be obliged if you could spread the word of the play to the children in Yesterland. Consider it done. We'll take ourselves around and talk to the younglings. Splendid! Oh, and to better appeal to them, we have adorable animal costumes for you to wear. Together with your cheeriest bearing, of course. Alright, anything to make the children happy. Let's see. Ah, yes, this one should be suitable for you. Yeah, I kind of figured. Am I going to be a frog? Oh, it's a glamour. I was confused for a moment, but when you handed me the device. I have something in mind for you as well. Let me know when you are ready, and I shall activate it for you. Ready, are you? Then let us have you don your costume at once. Will I be a frog or will I be a pig? I'm a bunny. Marvelous. There's not a child that would fail to be delighted. It really does suit you. Now that you are suitably attired, I pray you go forth and promote our play to the children. Concentrate your efforts here in the vicinity of the air cab station and see that you make it fun. In the meantime, I shall continue on my preparation here. Should your costume wears off, I shall provide you with another. I will read to them of a bedtime story of the greatest hero of our era, Winnie the Pooh. A rabbit monster, you shall rule the day you cross paths with this royal knight. There's going to be a play with knights and stuff? Come on, let's go and watch. We can ride the air cab later. But, oh. I was hoping there would be like a sound effect or something as we walked on this, but it's only on the bottom. I was hoping it would have been on the top as well, but they probably did that because it would have been hurtful to the eyes or not to their liking. Oh, I'll have to come back up here later. Are you here to look at Queen Sphinx too, Mr. Rabbit? The great big gold statue is exactly what she looks like. That's what my mom told me, and she's a scientist. My mom also told me that the terminal is a tomb. Her Majesty must watch over all of us from there. A play about the realm's founding. I love history, and that sounds great. I'll let my mom know so we can go and watch together. Thank you, Mr. Rabbit. Hello, who should interrupt my air cab watching but a person in a silly costume? Let me guess, you're here to tell me about the play. Don't bother. I've seen it no less than 50 times already. Otis is going to be performing as himself. Now that's a new twist on an old classic. Alright. Just for that, I'm willing to see the play again. I'm 150 years old. I've seen it more times than you've been alive. Hello there, Mr. Rabbit. What's the matter? Oh, the play. I knew about it. They sometimes have performances over at the castle. I've seen it before, so I was going to give it a miss. But if you say it's special this time, then all right, I'll go. I don't like what that effect was. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it. Look, it's a rabbit. What is it? Want to play with us, do you? There's going to be a play about Queen Sphinx. I want to see it. We'll head over to the castle right away. Thanks for telling us. You finished making your rounds. Excellent. I shall take the costume off your hands. Thanks to the two of you promoting the play in my stead, I could memorize the lines to my satisfaction. I am grateful beyond measure. Don't mention it. It was fun meeting endless children. Endless children? What an odd thing to say. When we're endless ourselves. It's complicated. I explained it to you, but the play's due to start soon, isn't it? Very soon. I must make my way to the venue and see to the final preparations. Let's talk later then. We'll be cheering you on from the crowd. By all means, but hold on. What would you say to performing in the play as well? Are you serious? Oh no, definitely not. I've never done anything like that. And I don't think I can learn lines on such short notice. Rest assured, it won't be a difficult part. What I have in mind for the two of you is a little sword play, a duel between Alexandrian and Lindblum's soldiers. That is certain to please the children and without the need for words. What do you think? That keen are you? All right, you asked for it. Then it's settled. I shall prepare your costumes for you. You need but engage in a mock fight. Well, there isn't time for a rehearsal. The little mistakes are all in good entertainment. With that, I shall go and inform the troop members of the changes. Pray make your way to Proto-Alexandria and await further instructions. That's the castle where the terminal is. When we shut it down, Yesterland and the Endless, and it will also fade away. So let's give them a show to remember. And we'll remember them too, them and what it is that they seek to preserve through this celebration. I know I should be switching to another class when I do that, so I don't waste the XP, but I know that I know that I will forget. I will always forget to do that, so I just go now, not bother with it, and just go and get it now. Because as you saw at the very beginning, I forgot to summon Carbuncle. I am a very forgetful person.
Well, this seems to be the right place. What's on the program, I wonder?
And where are the others, for that matter?
Ladies and and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. A great conflict rages over precious electrope, and the kingdom of Alexandria has been embroiled in the chaos. When the royal capital comes under siege, the kingdom's valiant knights lay their lives on the line for their beloved Princess Sphene. I bid you keep your handkerchiefs at hand. Now, without further ado, yeah, it's a royal knife!
I beg your pardon?
What a twist!
Unbelievable.
Ha! Yeah! Arg! I am killed!
You must flee! All of you! Princess Sphene!
Are you unharmed?
Oh, I am, thanks to you, my dearest Otis.
My dearest?
And so, in no small part due to the valor of the royal knights, the kingdom succeeds in repelling the invaders. But their jubilation proves short-lived. For in mad defiance, the enemy unleashes a forbidden weapon which brings about a terrible calamity. Full many lose their lives. The good Queen Sphene, shining vision of hope, among them. Go to her! You're supposed to go to her! What's happening?
Is it over already?
And then, though the people grieved their queen's tragic passing, guided by her legacy of compassion, oh boy, they, worked hand in hand to overcome an age of hardship, and in time, they built a peaceful and prosperous Alexandria, a new Alexandria.
Pray forgive me. The memories. They had me in a vice grip.
All's well that ends well. I wouldn't dwell on it.
If I may ask, during your improvisation, you spoke of a new Alexandria. And so I'm given to wonder. Do you hail from a time after mine own?
We do. And we're living people, not endless.
My word! That I should meet the living in this place. There is another question I dread to speak aloud. A question I couldn't bring myself to pose to newcomers out of fear of the truth. Alexandria. Does it still exist?
It does. It isn't quite the place you knew, but it endures. The descendants of your people walk its streets and live each day to the fullest as proud Alexandrians.
They live. We live. I had failed to protect my queen, but to hear that, it brings me a measure of peace.
You were there too, Otis. That is an incarnation of you.
Of me? That's absurd. But wait, something comes back to me. When they were researching a means to resurrect Her Majesty, memory preservation or some such, I volunteered to be a test subject. No. It is a fog I cannot pierce. But pray, tell me, this incarnation of myself, what was he like?
That's not all. He was a father in all but name to the new king, Gululja. Whatever you may have failed to do, you're the noblest of souls, Otis. And your deeds, your sacrifice, gave us hope that we sorely needed.
It is miracle. Verily, there can be no other way to describe it.
It is. It really is. We bear the legacy of your other self, and we'd be glad to bear yours as well.
My, what comfort you offer! With such dependable souls to take up my shield, I may rest easy indeed. I beg you, watch over our new king. The war changed my queen. To her final moment, grief darkened her gentle countenance. I've not the honor of knowing Gululja, but I pray that for all his days, he shall have cause to smile.
We'll see to it he does, Otis. I swear.
Yeah, just go walk right through. Oh, this one looks different than the other one. Oh well. I know each of them have their own colors. I just meant that this one is literally in the ground, from what we can see from the others. Oh, we're here. Are you having doubts? No, I do what I came to do. It's just the fonder you are of someone, the harder it is to say farewell. Are you ready, Zedman? Then I am too. Alright, let me just say a word about those we meet here.
That night, he was the one who looked after Gululja. And now you follow in his footsteps.
And those of others as well. We've come to know how much Sven's people loved her, how much they yearned for peace. All of this we'll carry with us.
I see.
It's like waking up from a sweet dream to better reality. I'll never forget my time with the Endless, or the pain I feel now. We're more than memories stored in machines. So long as someone remembers us and carries on our legacy, we'll never truly fade away. I'll be back. Have fun in this place filled with the electrobe. And now the place kind of makes me. I don't know if it kind of feels a bit better to me this way. I don't know why though. Maybe it could be because without all the color, it reminds me to a blank canvas. I recognize you from the founding celebration. If I'm not the only one who got left behind, then maybe, just maybe, he's still. I'm looking for my brother, you see. The two of us were hardly ever apart, which is why I'm starting to think I'll be stuck here until we are reunited. But with Yesterland like this, I'm worried about overlooking something. Would you mind coming with me? If you're able to help, just say the word. Yeah, that's good. I'm already checked near the air cab station, so let's head for the Belgarmarine. The Bergamo was great. It was so fun to ride and beautiful too, especially when it was all lit up. Seeing it always used to make us happy. Make me happy. Some of the naughty kids used to have competition to see how far they could launch their shoes while they were riding it. Once someone accidentally set their shoes flying right into Otis while he was on patrol. You should have seen the look on his face. It's strange seeing this place so empty now. No sign of my brother either. We should take a look near the Esperance wheels next. To the Esper wheel! It also could be that I like it without the illusion. I remember a game some of us used to play here. Two people would split up and ride on opposite wheels. Then when the cabins got close enough, we reach out and try to link hands. It was quite the stretch, and you had to do all that while the cabin was moving. It's a miracle none of us got hurt. Apparently any pair that pulled it off would share an unbreakable bond. I was always a bit skeptical though. Still, a part of me wishes it given it a try with my brother. Speaking of, there's no sign of him here either. I mean, there's no sign of anyone. I thought he might have wandered this way to get a glimpse of the wheel up close, but I should have known better. No doubt he'd rather be tinkering with a cerulean engine than taking in the sights. Interesting. They call cerulean the same thing in this reflection. What? Don't tell me you're from Torella too. I mean, that's the only explanation I can think of. I could have sworn I saw someone just like you when I was getting on the train that day. Does that mean people found a way of getting through the barrier after I died? Come to think of it, there was another familiar face during the performance. The castle, that was Val Woklamot's with you, wasn't it? I wonder why I didn't realize it at the time. Sorry, this is a lot to take in. If you have news of the outside world, pray tell me all you know. I see. Ever since we were children, my brother and I have always been inseparable. When Dawn's servant Koana first brought cerulean in Terrell, we both marveled at its potential and together helped develop the dirigible technology that our society came to rely on. So too were we charmed by the railroads of Shaloni, but on that fateful day we parted ways. Since then, I've only known the confines of the dome. When Val Wok-Lamont took to the stage with you, she appeared much as she did the day of the Ascension ceremony, and as a living person no less. Might I ask how Terrell fares? The day I boarded the train, my brother decided to stay behind in Trelawney to inspect the facilities nearby. If the world outside the dome is much the same as it was then, I can only assume he is alive and well. In that case, I suppose this search of mine was rather futile. But if he's out there living his life to the fullest, nothing in the world would bring me more joy. The years we spent together were some of the happiest of my life. Not a moment went by that I didn't wish to return to those halcyon days. This isn't to say that the life I've built here hadn't been worthwhile. I drew strength from those who met the same fate on Yashoni. That day and lived much and more from the engineers I became acquainted with. It took time, but I finally see that this period of my life was just as joyful, just as fulfilling. Were it not for the news you shared, I may never have come to this realization. Thank you. In the end, perhaps all I need was an assurance that my dear brother is alive and well. Hey mister, can you believe it? I just finished setting up a new board game for my friend and they've only gone and disappeared. Unbelievable, it took me ages to think of all the clues and hide them around town. I guess it was all for nothing. Hold on, I've got an idea. Why don't you give it a go? Trust me, you'll have a great time. Okay, here's the first riddle. By yesterday's great stands a tiny mountain piled high. See if you can figure out where I've hidden the next clue. Yeah, I think after this quest, I'll call it. Because I'm thinking I might make each area into its own episode. I probably could have finished those quests last time, but like I said, I was about to pass out. Should unfortunately described within the next clue. Congratulations on solving the first riddle. Here's your next clue. 4 lamps loom over streets of glass, but only one true light shines on Her Majesty. This one's blocked by a building. This one's blocked by things. They're all blocking. So I guess we get to search from west and then north. Oh. You find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed with the next clue. Great job solving the second riddle. Here's your next clue. Over the river in the sight of the spiral, behind the pointy hat, hide the shrub you seek. I wonder if the volcano will turn off when we get over there. that's probably the next place we're going is the volcano, and we'll end in the forest. I'm still surprised that they put 2 aetherites more in this area. Considering that there's only... Considering that they're all accessible from one place. You find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed with the next clue. You're a dab hand at this. I just one final clue to go. The princess awaits your return. P.S. You'll need the password. I won't want to be your canary. Oh, you found me? I'm guessing you know the password too, right? Amazing, you passed the flying colors. Now that you've finished, I thought I'd tell you how I came up with my clues. My first was by yesterday's gate. Stands a tiny mountain, piled high. Of course, I meant the entrance to Yesterland and the stack of crates a few steps away. There was one kid who used to hang around by the gate and make sure any newcomers quickly got the lay of the land. Pretty nice of them, right? All right. Time for the next one. The 4 lamps looming over streets of glass. Well, there's the street lamp in Starglass that the bit around about one true light shining on Her Majesty's, because you were supposed to look from the street lamp closest to the Meso terminal. From there, you can see Queen's Fiend statue from in between the air cab rails. Quite the sight, huh? The third part of the puzzle, my clue was over the river in sight of the spiral. Behind the pointy hat hid the shrub. You see, the river I'm talking about is the one Electrobe River, and the spiral in the air cab station staircase. And the pointy hat, easy. That's the building with the funny shaped roof. Whenever we used to play hide and seek, it was always a popular spot. I figured it would be a great place to leave a clue. I'll ask you about the princess waiting for your return. Well, I wrote that because princesses live in castles, and that's where I was waiting. I bet you're dying to hear about the password too. I want to be your canary. It's the code we used when we needed to keep something secret. It's the title of an old play about the princess who falls in love with a commoner. That's the great thing about this game. It's not just about having fun, it's also a great introduction to Yesterland for anyone who's just arrived. Everyone knows about the Ragamaring and the Esperance wheels, don't they? I want to take folks off the beaten trail and make sure they learn our password. Although, I guess I won't need it anymore. Still, I'm glad you played my game, mister. I think I'll go for a last wander around the place. It's been fun. Thank you. And with that, I'll see you all in the next.